Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Temple Bethel's 2021 Virtual Gala, an evening of magic and music honoring our medical community. I'm Marilyn Cometer.
And I'm Ivy Fask, and we're so glad you're with us this evening. Hope you have your drinks ready, because we've planned a fun event with moving testimonials, messages from near and far, and of course, some wonderful entertainment.
Please be sure and stay on at the conclusion of the program for our live after party.
We've got some great live auction items, and we can also interact with each other. So, let's start the evening out with our own Rabbi Leonid Feldman.
Shalom, and welcome to our virtual gala of 2021. Approximately a year ago, we were at the temple in the Katz Pavilion, enjoying a wonderful Hungarian banquet, listening to gypsy Hungarian music, performance, dancing. We had a cantor who flew in specially from Budapest, and when we honored Daisy and John Mary. We could not have predicted, nobody could have predicted a year ago that we would be having this kind of a gala using internet, on Zoom. It has been a strange year, a very difficult year, not just for Temple Bethel, not just for America, for the entire planet. This congregation is almost 100 years old, and we have weathered many storms, including this one. And I have no doubt that there will be other storms, and we will weather together these additional storms. And I think tonight, it's very appropriate that we're honoring our medical workers, because they are true heroes. These are the people who are risking their lives to try to save another life, another human being. The Talmud says, whoever saves one life, it's as if he or she saved the entire world. And I think this is true. These people, I think for the first time, the whole world is beginning to really appreciate the nurses, the people working in the offices, cleaning people in the offices. They're risking their lives, and we know that many of them did get infected by this horrible, horrible virus. So I think it is appropriate, and I am very happy that the committee decided to honor our medical professionals, because the synagogue is not only about prayer, as most of you know. I've been saying this. It's not even about adult education and courses. It's a community. It's a family. Our presidents always say, welcome to the Bethel family. And this family is important for many occasions. We celebrate wonderful events in people's lives. We also deal with sadness, with the losses, with death. We have bar mitzvahs, baby namings, weddings, and Shiva at the same time. So holiday celebrations. So the synagogue is much more than a synagogue, a beit tefillah, a prayer house. It is a family. It is a community. And especially this year, I think millions of people have become much more aware of the need that every human being has for a community, for a family. We have congregants right here who are by themselves, alone, in a little room, isolated. They barely get out of their apartments. And research has shown that perhaps as many people are dying or close to that from depression, from loneliness, from suicide, from all the other crazy stuff that mentally is affecting them as from this horrible virus. So synagogue is here for spiritual health. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're supporting the center of spirituality, the center of spiritual help, and we are reaching out to others, to those who need our support. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Temple Bethel. And I look with optimism to this year, 2021. absolutely is going to be much better than the year that just we finished. Shalom, and let's celebrate.
Thank you, Rabbi. We are so excited to introduce our first performer of the evening, Eric Curate, son of Bernie and Terry Curate. Eric grew up at Temple Bethel. Who knew then that one day he would grow up to be a professional magician? Take it away, Eric.
Hi, my name's Eric Curate. I'm a magician. My family moved down here in 1980. We joined Temple Bethel. I had my bar mitzvah there in the early 80s. And so since I've been a magician, they said, hey, why don't you show us what you do? And I'm so excited that I was a magician and I don't sell insurance anymore. So I figured it'd make it better for everybody. Let me tell you about the first time I ever did magic. The first time I did magic, I was 9 years old and I made a magic box. And this was the actual magic box I made when I was 9 years old. It says Magic Show. I was so excited to do magic, I got dressed up in my best outfit. Actually, I brought it with me. This is the actual outfit I wore when I was 9 years old. I was so excited. I invited all my friends over to my parents' basement. There was 17 kids in my parents' basement. They were eating triangle sandwiches that my mom made. They were sitting on folding chairs. I had a bunch of cards. The cards were smaller, but my hands were smaller too. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And what I did was I took one of the cards and I put it in the box, and then I waved my fingers over the top, and then I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And that's when everybody put their fists in the air and said, "Amazing!" They were more impressed than that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. That's not even true. What I did, I made a mistake. I actually wasn't 9. I was 5. I was 5 years old, and I made a magic box. This was the magic box I made right there. This is Magic Show. I was so excited. I got dressed up in my best outfit. I brought it with me. Hold on. I brought it with me. This is what I wore. I invited all my friends over to my parents' basement. There were 38 kids in my parents' basement. They were eating triangle sandwiches. They were sitting on folding chairs. I had a bunch of cards. The cards were smaller. My hands were smaller too. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 cards. And what I did is I took one of the cards and I put it in the box. No, wait, I took 2 cards and put it in the box. And then I waved my fingers over the top. And I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And that's when everybody put their fists in the air and said, "Amazing!" Wait a second, that's not even right. Hold on. I wasn't 5. I was, I was 2. I was 2 years old and I made a magic box. This was the magic box I made right there. It says Magic Show. I was so excited, I got dressed up in my best outfit. I brought it with me. Hold on. That's what I wore. I was super excited. I invited all my friends to my parents' basement. There was 132 kids in my parents' basement. They were eating the folding chairs. They were sitting on triangle sandwiches. I had a bunch of cards. The cards were smaller. My hands were smaller too. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And what I did is I took one of the cards and I took 2 cards. 3, 4, 5. I put 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I put 9 cards in the box. I waved my fingers over the top. I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That's when I picked the box up. There was nothing left inside. And that's when everybody put their fists in the air and said, "Amazing!" Like you're probably doing right now at home. So that's how I started out doing magic. Let me take this off real quick. And if you're going to do magic, I know you've probably seen some magicians, maybe like David Copperfield with his big illusions. He made the Statue of Liberty disappear. And that's what you get when you have the New York budget or the Las Vegas budget. I have the West Palm Beach budget, so my illusion is a little smaller. I use a piece of rope. I actually use a few pieces of rope. This is the small piece of rope that I use. This is the long piece of rope that I use. This is the medium piece of rope. So I've got 3 different size ropes. We've got the big rope over here. I've got the small rope over here and the little rope, the medium rope over here. So I've got 3 ropes, all 3 different sizes. Now, the illusion is that they'll look like they're the same size. You have to stretch it a little bit. But if you stretch it a little bit, you can see that we have 1 medium rope. We've got the second medium rope. and we've got the third medium rope. All 3 ropes, all the same size. Now the reason this trick works is, see, you have 2 eyes, but I have 3 ropes, and it's hard to follow. So let me get rid of one of these ropes. So we'll use the 2 medium ropes. This is called the 1 rope trick. What we do with this is it actually only uses 1 rope. If I needed 2 ropes, what I would do is I'd have to cut it like this, and we'd have 2 ropes. But this one we don't need 2 ropes. We're only going to use 1 rope for this, the 1 rope trick. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take a ring, a solid ring, make sure it's nice and solid over there. And you tie the ring onto the rope, and if you do it just right, what will happen is the ring is stuck on the rope. Now there's no way to get the ring off the rope unless you find the spot right in the middle over here. And if you find that spot right in the middle, you could pull it right through. It will look like it goes outside. Now, if you look real close, you could toss it. It lands right on the rope like this. Now, a lot of people think what I'm doing is I'm untying this really fast and then tying it back together. And so just to make sure that doesn't happen, let me get rid of the ends over here. So now there's no ends on the rope. And so we've got just a rope the ring on a loop with no ends. And the only way to get that off is to take the ends and put them back on the rope, and then slide the ring off the end. So you've got 1 rope. Actually, we didn't start with 1 rope. We started with 2 ropes. That's right, 2 ropes, 3 ropes. 3 ropes, the medium rope, the second medium rope, and the third medium rope. No, wait, that's not what we did. We started with, let's try this again, the little rope, the large rope, the medium rope, all 3 ropes, all different sizes. That's the ropes, that's me. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Thanks, Eric. That was amazing. Next up, we're proud to introduce 2 people who really don't need an introduction, our co-presidents, Ilan Kotler and Dr. Moshe Adler.
Shalom. I am Ilan Kotler, co-president of Temple Bethel, and very honored to be here with you tonight. It is no coincidence that so many of you who are being honored tonight in the medical field are members of Temple Bethel. We at Temple Bethel are in the business of giving, and you have joined us in our mission from day 1. Temple Bethel has always been supported by its members and has been able to be a Or Lagoim, a light upon nations. This doesn't just happen. This is with your help and with everybody's assistance to make us what we are today. Temple Bethel is coming to its 100-year anniversary. This is not a coincidence. This is a lot of hard work and dedication by so many of you, our members, and especially you, our members in the medical field industry. We support you, we are grateful to you, and we want to thank you for being part of our Temple Bethel family. We are looking forward to many, many more years of joint happiness and prosperity for our whole Temple Bethel family, the Jewish community, and our whole world community. Shana Tova.
Good evening. I'm Moshe Adler. I have the honor and privilege of being co-president of Temple Bethel. I hope you're all enjoying the show. This is our first virtual gala and hopefully our last virtual gala. I'd like to thank everyone for being here to support our beloved temple. And I'd like to thank our office staff. Alan, who runs the office so ably, Tisha, who puts out all of our mailings and bulletins and answers the phones, answering questions for all those calling in and helping them with all of their concerns also. And Marcia, who runs our programs, bringing us so many things, even during this pandemic when we can't be together physically, but we are together on Zoom and in programs together. And Juan, who runs the place. Juan is the person who sets up everything, makes sure the temple is kept clean and neat, and Juan is the only person around who knows where everything is at Temple Bethel. So if you need something, ask Juan. I'd also like to thank our medical community, who we are honoring this evening. All of those doctors, nurses, therapists, clerks, technicians, and not just those at Temple Bethel, but the entire medical community, for all their dedication and hard work, the countless hours they've spent over the last 10 months, helping people in hospitals, in emergency rooms, in ICUs, and in offices, trying to save lives and saving countless lives, but also having to deal with those people who've lost their lives, comforting their families and their friends. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here to support our temple, and I hope you all enjoy the show.
We thank Moshe and Alon for all they do for Temple Bethel. Many of you longtime congregants will remember Alex Page as a young girl singing at Temple Bethel. She is the daughter of members Sherry and Michael Hyman. Alex is a critically acclaimed musical theater and cabaret performer. She lives with her husband and daughter in New Orleans, where she produced this medley of songs for our gala this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the music of Alex Page.
Hi, Temple Bethel family. I am here in New Orleans, where I currently live with my husband, Dodd, and my daughter, Edelyn. Most of you know me as Alex Hyman, Sherry and Michael's daughter. And maybe you even think of me as Ed and Helen's granddaughter, which means that you've known me pretty much my entire life. My family has been a part of this congregation since 1967, and Temple Bethel will always be my spiritual and musical home, since it was the first place I ever sang in front of anyone. Before the youth choir, I was just putting on concerts in the shower. 30 years after that very first performance at Temple Bethel, I'm now a professional singer and actor, and I've performed in countless musicals all across the country. But there is one show I still haven't gotten the chance to perform. And that's one that you all probably know and love. Funny Girl. I'm the greatest star. I am by far. But no one knows it. Wait, they're gonna hear a voice, a silver flute. They'll cheer each toot when I expose it. I'll light up like a light, right up like a light. I'll flicker then flare up. All the world's gonna stare up. Looking down, you'll never see me. Try the sky, 'cause that'll be me. I can make 'em sigh, I can make 'em cry. Someday they'll clamor for my drama. Have you guessed yet who's the best yet? If you ain't, I'll tell ya one more time. You bet your last dime in all of the world so far, I'm the greatest, greatest star. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger or thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now. Get what I want, I know how. One roll for the whole shebang. One throw, that bell will go clang. Eye on the target and wham! One shot, one gunshot and bam! Hey, Mr. Arnstein, here I am. I know he's around when the sky and the ground start in ringing. I know when he's near by the thunder I hear in advance. In every way, every day, I need less of myself. I need more him, more him. And his is the only music that makes me dance. 'Cause his is the only music that makes me dance.
I know this past year has been challenging for all of us, which is why this next song and prayer is more necessary than ever.
Mi sheberach avoteinu Avraham, Yitzhak veYaakov. Mi sheberach imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah, veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May the pain and loneliness we're feeling be diminished by the power of your love. Mi sheberach avoteinu Avraham, Yitzhak veYaakov. Mi sheberach imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah, veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Be Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, veYaakov, Mi sheberachimutenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
This next song is from a musical called Elegies by the renowned Jewish composer and lyricist William Finn, who also wrote the Tony-nominated musical, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. This song is about my favorite Jewish holiday, which is coming up just around the corner.
Passover at Auntie Honey's and Uncle Harvey's in New Jersey. My sister would hold her breath over the George Washington Bridge, and we would laugh at her. She'd frown. Everyone, including Nana Ida, would be standing by the front door as we pulled up, and we'd count down 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'd fight to be the first out of the car. Having come so far for this feast of no yeast, and the matzo balls were so hard when you'd cut them, they'd just fly. Why Passover? On this day, we read of plagues and misfortunes, then start eating. Uncle Harvey's the cook. Ma laughed so hard that she shook. Cousin Gary is eating corn. We've run out of skull caps. Some men are wearing Acapulco Beach Club bandanas that really, really, really should not be worn. We are Jews from like the first 5,000 years, laughing through our tears. Joyous, vulgar, anything goes, but we wear nice clothes. That's the way I like remembering this scene, manic and high. Why Passover? In the Passover prayer book, we read about what Pharaoh did to the Jews, about how Pharaoh wore these big gold platform shoes, and how the Jews escaped stealthily by splitting the Red Sea. Wait. I think that was a movie. Anyway, when I tell the story of Passover, which I am instructed to do, I will include how the Jews of Natick traveled over the Hudson River and had an unforgettable Seder. More details about that later. It's later. Michael, as the youngest, sings out the 4 old questions. What they mean is unknown. My father is playing trombone. Then we go to meet Elijah at the door. I can see the faces round the table, and the grins are getting larger, and the voices begin to soar. 1, 2, 3, 4! And I think that we will never laugh so hard, never feel so free. I think life that night was more perfect than it will ever be. Uncle Bernie and my mother, overwhelmed, begin to cry. Why Passover? Uncle Bernie passed over. Uncle Harvey passed mother passed over, pass over, pass over.
Many of you watching probably remember my grandfather, Ed Lefkowitz, singing this next song many times throughout the years in the sanctuary at Temple Bethel. What's even more interesting about this song is that it's from the musical Man of La Mancha, which I have had the pleasure of starring in 3 times as Aldonza, or as Don Quixote calls her, Dulcinea. This next song is for my grandpa.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question of pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of Temple Bethel's virtual fundraiser this year. I have to thank the New Orleans JCC for lending us their auditorium for this filming, and a big thank you to my fabulous pianist, Natalie True. Thank you, Natalie. I have one last song to sing for all of you, and this one is very near and dear to my heart. You probably know it, so please feel free to sing along from wherever you're watching.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That was just beautiful. We look forward to seeing you once again back in person at Bethel. This has been a year like no other, and that's why we've chosen to honor our medical community at our gala. We are proud of our heroes in medicine, be they members of our congregation, members of our community, or around the nation. We now present a medical montage in their honor.
This past year was made especially difficult by the loss of our own Dr. Stephen Silverman. Dr. Silverman was not only a beloved longtime member of Temple Bethel, but also a treasured physician in our community. To remember him this evening, we would like to introduce Palm Beach County Mayor Dave Kerner.
Greetings to the family, friends, and neighbors of the Temple Bethel community. My name is Dave Kerner, and I serve as the county mayor here in Palm Beach County. It's certainly an honor to be joining you today, if by camera, to make some comments on both the healthcare professionals and heroes of Palm Beach County, along with our dear friend and Dr. Silverman. The truth is, I had only the opportunity to meet Dr. Silverman on one occasion, and that was when I was born on August 24th, 1983, at Good Samaritan Hospital here in West Palm Beach. I've learned growing up in the tight-knit Jewish community that you don't always get to know everybody in the community on a personal level, but you get to know of people that serve in a special way with a certain passion and commitment to the members of their community and their families. I gather Dr. Silverman was just that person. I suspect that he was the doctor that, regardless of the world events that were going on around, he would only be further inspired to serve and make sure that he was there and available for his patients, for his friends, and for his family, regardless of the dangers involved. We know that Dr. Silverman was taken too soon from this earth, and from his family, and from his patients. But we're certainly very thankful for the service that he provided as a very well-renowned and well-respected and passionate doctor here in Palm Beach County. He represented the best and the heroes of the healthcare profession here locally and throughout these United States. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of healthcare professionals exposed to the dangers of COVID-19, oftentimes unnecessarily, he represented what is best and most pure about those that endeavor to work and serve in our healthcare communities, both here and abroad. I'm deeply thankful for his service to this community. I'm deeply thankful that I had the honor of being one of his patients delivered here in Palm Beach County. And I can assure you that in the way that I serve and continue to serve will be in a way that would honor and does honor his legacy and his expectations. Temple Bethel, thank you for standing strong in the face of adversity. It is an honor to be here and serving as one of your elected officials. And I'm so deeply thankful for the service, both of the healthcare professionals of this community and for the men and women every day throughout this community that do everything they can to make sure that the public health is protected. I wish you the best in 2021. We have our challenges ahead of us, and we've had our challenges behind us. I know that we will get through this together, and we will always use men and women like Dr. Silverman as our guiding light on what the right thing to do is and how we should do the right thing at all times. God bless you, and thank you for having me here with you today.
Thank you, Mayor Kerner. We're so glad you could be with us this evening. While this past year has been difficult, Temple Bethel has managed to transition from in-person events to online Zoom programming, keeping us all connected. Here are some memories from the past year.
Temple Bethel has always had a strong connection with the land of Israel. Evan Kotler, son of Ilan and Helene, recently moved to Israel and joined the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces. He, along with his fellow soldiers, send us greetings from Israel.
Hello, my name is Evan Kotler and I grew up at Temple Bethel. I recently started my service in the IDF and I'm joined here today with my fellow soldiers at Mikveh Elon in Israel. I would like to thank all the healthcare workers and doctors that have been working hard, saving lives during this pandemic. I would like to congratulate you all on your honor tonight at Temple Bethel, and I would like to say Shabbat Shalom from Israel.
Thank you, Evan, for bringing a little bit of Israel to our evening. We're so proud of you. As we come to the end of our program, I want to remind you to stay on for the live after party and live auction. So please be patient as we open up the Zoom room at the end of this program. Music is magic. It gives us hope during tough times and helps us to celebrate the good times. Two songs which do both are Bye Bye Blackbird and I've Got the World on a String. Those of you who attended our Friday night happenings will recall our congregant who would serenade us on the piano during cocktails. Now, here's Ron David Gold with his jazz renditions of these two beautiful songs.
Bye.